Hello, and this is Elena with my ATM 101 completion for Unit 12, doing a week's worth of observations through weather and seeing patterns of form. Alright, so first day, Sunday, March 22nd, we have, so you can see a high pressure system here in the north, and a couple of low pressure systems here in the south, along with a large stationary front across the center of the state, across central Alaska. A bit of fog in the north, and other than that, the primary systems that we were looking at are the low pressure systems moving in here from the south. Anyway, we have Monday's weather, and as you can see, we have a high pressure system both in the north and then one in the southeast of Alaska, along with looks like some precipitation in just right along the Aleutian chain, as well as a couple of troughs or boundaries here right next to this low pressure system. Now Tuesday is very evident, as we can see two very large troughs and boundaries, both in going in kind of the north of Alaska, a little bit in the, kind of near the central, and then both in the southern part of the state, mixing with the low pressure system that's in the bottom here, and an occluded front that's going along at the south of the state and into the bay, along with a bunch of, it looks like, precipitation marked in the green here. And on Thursday here, we have these low pressure systems that were moving in from the south, going up into the state, along with this large trough boundaries here all across central, and then on the parts of the Aleutian Islands. And it looks like this occluded front is kind of moving up towards the center of the state, and it seems to have pushed out the high pressure systems that were located up further in the state earlier in the week. And this occluded front that we can see down here, along with the precipitation, has moved farther south from it on Thursday. We're still staying strong with these very large boundaries across the center and then the Aleutian Islands of the state. Some low pressure systems very prevalent in the Aleutians. And on Sunday, you can see we have these low pressure systems moving in from the south, breaking up what looks like some cloud cover and some fog in the north and in the central parts of the state. Now, as far as the different techniques for forecasting goes, to me it seems like the most useful one was persistence by far. Obviously over here we didn't have too many super drastic changes, so I could see how in situations where you'd have a really large change of the weather that it wouldn't be very helpful, but for the most part a lot of the progressions were pretty linear, so it was helpful in predicting a good barometer for where the things were going to be at, where the systems were going to be moving within a couple of days span. Although I can see that over a much longer period of time, that obviously climatology would be a much more feasible way to go about it, because you'd have a larger pool of data to draw from, and it seemed like it would help you figure out where your average would be over a significant portion of time. So overall, it was interesting seeing the variations between what the predictions were and how far they could be from what the actual results ended up being, and how even with a lot of solid data, there's still times where you can't predict, where things can be pretty crazy and just kind of come in from out of nowhere. Well, I guess that about sums it up. Thank you for listening.